Hey guys, Mr. Gardner here. Making another YouTube video to teach you guys while you're stuck at home. This is it. I am a professional YouTuber now. This is my life. Yeah, all your teachers that told you that YouTube's not a career, joke's on them. Okay, so here I'm looking at the title's not here, but this is Stairway to Heaven. Um, and we're gonna kind of take this in chunks, just kind of like going over your music so you know how to play it at home. Without the advantage of getting to come to rehearsal every day to learn it. It's kind of on your own. So we're gonna look at first when we get a new piece of music. Obviously, we check out our key signature, time signature. We're in A minor, so we're thinking F natural and C natural, obviously. So a lot of low second fingers for us. Our part for the first 12 measures definitely pretty simple. One, make sure our dynamics mezzo piano, so we're playing nice and soft. Making sure we're not using too little bow on these long notes. We want to make sure we're getting lots of sustain. Watch out for the slurs. All right. Other than that, there's not really a whole lot to look out for. Measure 10, remember our key signature is F natural, so this is a low first finger, this note right there. So just be extra careful making sure we're playing low on F natural. That's this guy here, not on the tape. Low on F natural, G, D, D. All right, and that's really it for the first 12 measures. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and move on starting at 13. Hopefully those first 12 measures didn't give us any issue. There's really not a whole lot that would. Just be careful with the key signature, thinking C natural and F natural. 13, things start to get a little bit more interesting. Dotted quarter eighth note rhythm here. Slurred 1, 2, and 3, 4. Alright, just making sure we're following that rhythm there. 3 measures of breaths. And then here at 21, we're actually going to be kind of joining in with first violins with a melody here. Those of you who are familiar with the song Stairway to Heaven, right here pickups into 21 is actually where the lyrics are starting, like we're doubling the lyrics that are at 21, so we should be thinking like our phrasing is very like song like how you would sing. So this is kind of how that goes. You've got a trick before I do that, kind of a tricky rhythm here at 23. It's a little syncopated 1, 2, and 3, and 1 and 2, 3, right? So this section will go something like this. Okay, so there are a couple of things in there that are kind of tricky. Again, that rhythm at 23, 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and also this is marked an up bow. So this will be an up bow, and that'll be an up bow. So it's kind of like a bit of a hook bowing up, up, down, up. Right? I'm gonna go ahead and turn the metronome off. So that's really how you cover 13 through 24. Okay, we hit measure 25, coming in on beat 2, so make sure you give that rest its time, respect the squiggle, right? Coming on an up bow, 2 and 3, and we got an accidental F sharp here, so make sure we're playing, this is F sharp, this is also F sharp. 26, they were nice enough to give you a courtesy accidental. We're back to F natural here again, so make sure we switch back to low 2, 1 slur, 3 slur, and all these eighth notes here are going to be slurred like that, and then we have 4 more eighth notes that are slurred. Another F sharp accidental. As soon as we hit 29, we're back to that nice soft piano range. And again, just watching out for these accidentals that are happening. Alright, one last little thing before we hit 33. These half notes that you've got here, just so our bowings are correct, we want to make sure 29, we actually want to start this phrase here 29 on an up bow, and that's because that'll make this up, down, up, down, up, down, up for our last note, which is going to set us up perfectly for a down bow at 33. So make sure 29, we're going to go ahead and start that with an up bow. Now let's talk about 33 all the way up to 41. All right, so 33, this first measure, the rhythm for this part right here, 1, a 2, and, right? So it's very syncopated, a lot of notes coming in on like those, the off beats. 1, a 2, and. We put a metronome, make that maybe a little bit easier to follow. 1, a 2, and that lasts through the rest of the measure, and then it repeats again. 1, a 2, and, right? So that's how that part goes. I will demonstrate that in just a moment. The other thing that you kind of have to worry about, the bowing here is kind of weird, and they didn't do a great job of like really showing what you need to do. So it's down, up, followed by another up bow. So you're thinking down, up, up again. All right, so it's going to sound kind of something like this. Okay, so a couple of things to look out while you're doing that. Make sure these last notes of each of these measures, like 33 and then 37, make sure we're using a lot of bow on this last note. That way we're not running out of bow on this note. I am going a bit under tempo. It's marked at 96. That was about 75. So whenever you're fast, that's not so much of an issue, but you could even hear me struggling a little bit with that. So yeah, again, just make sure we're using a lot of bow on that last note there. And you should be good, 33 up to 40. Alright, so 41, here's where the song really kind of starts to build, and we're sharing the melody with first violin. 41, so we're starting on the and of one. You can see we've got this little eighth rest here. So we're thinking 3, 4, 1, and, right? We come in on the and. Alright, and a lot of pop and rock songs love these kind of syncopated rhythms that start on the and of a beat, and it even says, you know, here's the strong beat, the and of one, which normally we think one's the strong beat, the and of one is our strong beat. So we almost kind of want to even think to really accent this note. So watch out for where the slurs are. We've got slurs on beats 3 and 4, but not and 2 and here in 41. Your rhythm at 42, you have 1 and a 3 and. A, C, A, G, A, E. Right, so that's how we're playing that part there. 1 and a 3 and rest. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Right, so a lot of things coming in on the upbeats. So practicing with the metronome, which is, you know, what I always do. I've got one pulled up right here. It's just Google. Right, that's really all you need to work with that, and just being careful with the 16th notes, like at 42 and 46. It's just the same thing. All right, and if you got it right, it's going to sound kind of like this. Kind of, emphasis on kind of. Okay, 49 should be pretty self-explanatory. This is basically the We Will Rock You body percussion rhythm, stomp, stomp, smack, or clap, or whatever. We'll probably just clap. Maybe. I don't know, depends on what we've got with our instruments. It's, you know, it's the same rhythm. You guys know it. Alright, okay, so we get to 49. 49's easy enough to play. It's just body percussion. You know, think back to rhythm and blues or the "We Will Rock You" by Queen. Blah. So stomp, stomp, bum, bum. Yeah, you all know it. So that part's easy enough. Whatever. 57 is also not too bad. 1 and rest, 3 and rest, 1 and 2 and right. So the every other measures are the ones where the rhythm's a little weird, but you know we can handle it. So thinking 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3, and playing on the and it's just repetitive. Then at 65, there's a solo and first violins. We're doing a forte piano. If you remember this little symbol right there, it means tremolo bowing. So, you know, just bowing like 30-second notes is what the 3 slashes mean. So, like, you know, real fast. Forte piano. Forte piano means we're going to start the note very loud and then just instantly back off to piano. All right, and if you also notice, all of our notes here are going to be accented. So, you know, make sure we're really attacking each of these notes because this is like the big section of the song. All right, so I think that really just about covers everything for this. If you've got any questions, remember 1 o'clock every day. I'm hanging out in that Zoom meeting, so if you just want to stop by, say hey, or ask me about some stuff you don't understand, or play some stuff through with me, and I'll help you out. If you know that 1 o'clock time doesn't work out, you know you can always email me or leave a comment if you're having any other troubles. But I think this really covers everything. So stay safe. Make sure you're washing your hands. Miss hanging out with you guys, and I'll see you, I guess, whenever I get to see you again.